like a villain, fighting myself, I'm not winning. Lately I've been too afraid to admit it, pushing the weight of the world on my shoulders. I don't even know how I'm dealing, feel like a part of me missing. And I've been looking around, but it's not in my vision. All that I got is earned, not given, but I feel locked down like my brain in prison. Spend a couple thousand to ease my mind, then I get it back, but I know I'm not fine. Everything built up all over time, but I gotta let it out, I can't hold it inside. Keep a smile on my face when they looking at me, but I know that's my only disguise. I'll be trying to get away from my problems. Yeah, you can run, but you can't hide. I've been up fighting my demons, and they be trying to pull me in. Yeah, every night I seen them, I won't back down, I'ma beat them. Yeah, I've been up fighting my demons, and they be trying to pull me in. Yeah, every night I seen them, I won't back down, I'ma beat them. I'm starting to feel like I've been under pressure. I'm keeping my foot on their neck, I won't let up. I know when I fall down, I gotta just get up. I brush it all off, I'm better than ever. Been through a lot, but I'm never gonna settle. Know that I've been heating up like a kettle. Thinking back when I was studying dental, now I got plaques coming on the way, that's special. Yeah, they all come from my spot, but I never stop moving. Gotta do more when I feel like I'm losing. Putting in work, that's the only solution. You the only one who you really be fooling. Damn, trying to find peace inside my head. I've been talking to God, but I'm left on red. I ain't got time to be feeling upset, so I keep doing my best. I've been up fighting my demons, and they be trying to pull me in. Yeah, every night I seen them, I won't back down, I'ma beat them. Yeah, I've been up fighting my demons, and they be trying to pull me in. Yeah, every night I seen them, I won't back down, I'ma beat them. We done came here to party tonight, celebrate for the rest of our lives. All the games, we gon' leave them aside. You know man lie, woman lie, but the money multiply. We came here to party tonight, celebrate for the rest of our lives. All the games, we gon' leave them aside. You know man lie, woman lie, but the money multiply. Hey, run it up, made a lot, but that's not enough. Got the labels all calling us, talking to me, but I hang it up, cause I got my fans and I'm proud of us. Never do it for the cameras, song a week and I stamina. Keep it going, I'm an animal, I unleash when they let me loose. I've been ready since like '02, getting my bread, now how about you? 100%, that's all I do, so now please don't talk about me. Sold out shows, that's all I see, yeah, they said no I in team, so I gotta be MVP. Come on. We done came here to party tonight, celebrate for the rest of our lives. All the games, we gon' leave them aside. You know man lie, woman lie, but the money multiply. We came here to party tonight, celebrate for the rest of our lives. All the games, we gon' leave them aside. You know man lie, woman lie, but the money multiply. Hey, never getting too cozy, cause they all coming for me. Used to sleep on the rollaway, now the whole team got the rollies. Roll deep in the Suburban, backseat and she working. This the life that I dreamed about when I couldn't pay the room service. Now it's electric curtains, but I still just scratch the surface. I'ma get right back to working, till I get my mom's the Birkin, till I get my pops the new bands, till I get my bro a few M's, till I got the whole fam, they ain't never gotta go to work again. We done came here to party tonight, celebrate for the rest of our lives. All the games, we gon' leave them aside. You know man lie, woman lie, but the money multiply. We came here to party tonight, celebrate for the rest of our lives. All the games, we gon' leave them aside. You know man lie, woman lie, but the money multiply. When it come down to it, I'ma bet on me. Ain't nobody fuck with me mentally. Talking that shit, you dead to me, cause I ain't got time for my enemies. Told her come through, get ahead to me. Telling that truth, it'll set you free. I ain't like them, cause I'm all I need. When it come down to it, I'ma bet on me. Let me tell you right now, I'm the realest. Ain't nobody else ever do it like I did it. I ain't really had a competition in a minute, and a lot of other rappers out here flying spirit. I'ma stay consistent, feeling like a man on a mission. Ballin' like I play for the Pistons, but I'm Blake Griffin. I'ma switch cities, doing shows. I be living on the road, going all around the globe. When it come down to it, I'ma never settle. I be trying to get the bands like it's heavy metal. I'ma put my foot down, keep it on the pedal. Cause nobody ever gave me shit, I had to go and get it.
What's up, motherfuckers? Welcome to GSR Gonzo'S Sports Room. I'm your host, Chris Gonzalez. Our co-host, Steve, will be back on Friday. He's recovering from surgery, but should be back on Friday. Got a pretty good show for you guys today. Talk some Aaron Rodgers. Going back to the Packers. Surprised the hell out of me. I wasn't expecting that. You had Simone Biles withdraw from the Olympics, from the team competition, and now from the individual finals. Talk a little bit about that. You got the baseball trade deadline coming up on Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern. The Reds made a trade last night for a couple relief pitchers. Reds added Sessa and Wilson from the Yankees for a player to be named later. Sessa's having a breakout season. He has an ERA of 2.82, and he's been really good, big part of the Yankees bullpen. He's been real good this year, but Wilson has struggled this season. So I'm not sure about picking him up. I do like the move to pick up Sessa, but I still think the Reds need to do a little bit more pitching wise, especially in their bullpen if they want to be able to compete this year. I think that's that's the weakness they have right now is their bullpen. If they could if they could solidify that bullpen, they'd be real tough. But no, if this is your first time, welcome to GSR Gonzo Sports Room. We're also live every Monday through Friday on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch with Easy Money, a sports betting show. That's at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Then we're live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday with GSR Gonzo Sports Room at 1 p.m. Eastern Time on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. You can find both shows in podcast form on Apple Podcast, Anchor Podcast, Spotify, Google Podcast. Most places you get podcasts, you can find us. Check out our social media pages, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all at Gonzo Sports Room. You can find me on Twitter at Chris Gonzalez, at Gonzalez Sports. And I'm also on Instagram at Chris Gonzalez and Facebook at Chris D. Gonzalez. We also have merch. Don't forget to check out our merch page. You can find that at streamlabs.com/Gonzalez Sports /merch. Or it's in the video description. You can click on that link and it'll take you to it. We also have a donation page there. If you'd like to donate to the show, help the show grow, we greatly appreciate that as well. But all right, let's get to talking some sports now. Aaron Rodgers as went back to the Packers. Him and the management agreed they're going to make some alterations to his contract. They're basically going to void next year, and so Rodgers has a way out. They're going to void next year's contract, and they're putting like a no tag clause in there where Green Bay cannot use the franchise tag on him. So he would basically, if he wants to leave, he'll be able to leave. They're going to review his future after the season. The Packers are in a tough situation here because the GM came out today and he said he thinks Aaron Rodgers is all in for this season, and I think he will be too. I guess they worked out some stuff on his contract where he just from what the GM said a little bit ago in the press conference, they're still discussing alterations to his contract, but it sounds like he's going to get probably some more money and almost like they're going to give him more control over like personnel, team moves. Like they basically almost made him like the president and GM. He's he's going to be a lot more involved in everything. I guess now they're bringing Randall Cobb back, which I think that's going to be a good addition for him. I'm sure Rodgers had a lot of input on that. Rodgers doing a press conference now, but it says they're still finalizing rework deals, so we'll find out more at what they've done. But I think it puts Green Bay in a tough situation because of this. Devontae Adams would be a free agent after this season, and if they don't get Rodgers locked in, I don't think Adams is going to stay. I think if Rodgers leaves, Adams is going to leave too. I think they're playing it. I think them two are going to try to go to the same team. Is what I think. Wherever Rodgers goes, I think that's where Adams is going to end up. I don't see Adams signing to stay in Green Bay unless he knows Rodgers is locked in, or if Green Bay is just offering him, is going to make him like the highest paid wide receiver or something, just offering him so much money that you can't pass it up, you can't turn it down. But I could see Rodgers and Adams both going to another team next year. A lot of people are saying Rodgers wants to play in Denver. If you add Rodgers and Adams to that Denver team with that defense they have, Denver would be scary. There's a couple other teams that, they could go to. Look, I'm a big Colts fan. Bring Rodgers and Adams to the Colts. I'd be happier than fuck. With the team we have in the defense, we'd be scary. But I think they're probably going to end up with the Broncos, or not sure what the other option really would be. I'm sure like Carolina would take him. They got Sam Darnold right now, but if they had a chance to get Aaron Rodgers, they'd kick Sam Darnold to the curb quick. Most teams would. Hell, the Colts have Wentz now, and even if Wentz is playing good, if you can get Rodgers, you're going. Especially if you think you're going to get at least 3 or 4 more seasons out of him. And fuck, he ain't. He don't look like he's slowing down any. I could see him still being at the top of his game in another 3-4 years of good football out of him. But Green Bay needs to figure out what they have to do to fix this with Rodgers and try to get it where he's going to stay there, so then they can keep him and Adams together. If they can do that, they can get a decent and have a middle of the pack defense. As long as you can stop the run decent with Rodgers at quarterback, give him a couple weapons. You get Adams, you get Cobb back, and you had a couple of young guys on there that was doing good last year. Valdez-Scantling is getting better. He still has trouble with drops sometimes. But you had Tunyon that stepped up. They could be tough. They built around Rodgers and Adams. And they got good running back in Jones. But then they went and drafted another big running back, which didn't make sense because you had a couple good running backs already. Their draft moves didn't make a whole lot of sense because they drafted for positions that they already had instead of trying to fill positions that they needed. So their draft decisions really didn't make a whole lot of sense. I was surprised. I was dead wrong. I was on here the day before or the morning that this ended up getting announced. I was on here saying that he wasn't coming back to Green Bay. The sports books even had him out of Green Bay. Hell, the sports books had him. He was going to retire. And the sports books don't get it wrong too often. I did. I thought I didn't think he was coming back. I figured he was going to sit out training camp, and you're going to force him to trade him, or he's going to retire. Green Bay must have finally conceded to whatever he was wanting. Like I said, I do know now that if you're going to get Cobb, I would say he had some input in that. I do know from all the reports are from Adam Schefter is that they're reworking his deal, and basically he's not going to lose no money. He'll get more money, and it voids next season, so he has a way out if he wants to leave. Basically, is how it works, and they can't franchise tag him. I mean, hell, he had a 70% completion percentage last year, 48 touchdown passes, and 5 interceptions. I mean, that's just fuck. You can't be too much better than that. Wow, a Mahomes autographed card sells for $4.3 million. Colts sign offensive tackle Braden Smith to 4-year extension. Deal worth $72.4 million. Wow. 49ers got Trey Lance signed his rookie deal. I think now Wilson's the only quarterback that hasn't. So getting closer to the preseason, stuff in the NFL is starting to pick up a little bit, which is pretty cool. 49ers got Trey Lance signed his rookie deal, which is cool because I love football season. Get back into football season, and I don't know. I watch like almost every game. I love the NFL season. I watch a lot of baseball. Well, I watch a lot of Reds, I should say. I'm a big Cincinnati fan, so I've been watching a lot of that. But like right now, with only baseball being on, I ain't gonna lie, it sucks. Other than the Olympics are on, I've been watching a lot of the Olympics. That gives me something to watch. Because if I watch TV, it's usually live sports. There ain't a whole lot of like TV shows I watch. I watch Sons of Anarchy. I was big on that. Sopranos. I was big on that. I've been watching the Mayan series that spin off of Sons of Anarchy. But other than that, I'm usually watching live sports. So I can't wait for football season to start. We just got a few weeks before preseason starts. It won't be too long. And beginning of September will be here. We'll be talking some opening day football. All right, let's talk a little bit about the Reds here for a minute, because I mentioned it earlier in the opening that the Reds did make a trade last night with the Yankees. They've got 2 relievers, Sessa and Wilson, from the Yankees. I really like the move to get Sessa. Sessa's had a breakout season, and he has a 2.82 ERA this season, so I think he's a good pickup. I didn't understand the Wilson pickup because he struggled this year. I don't know. Maybe they think there's something they see in them that they can change and get them in the right direction. But I didn't understand that pickup a lot unless they just plan on getting rid of them in a different trade or something. I like that the Reds are making moves, but I don't think what they did with that trade is enough. I still think they need to try to get another arm as another reliever in the bullpen. I mean, if you can get a guy like Max Scherzer, I'd go ahead and I'd get a starter too. But I really think they have to shore up that bullpen. The weakest part of the Reds this season has been their bullpen. Their offense puts up runs. I mean, there's not many games where their offense don't put up at least 3-4 runs. We can score runs, especially Votto's starting to smash the ball. He hit 2 home runs yesterday, and I think he's hit home runs in the last 3 or 4 games. Suarez is showing signs of coming back around. And then with the way India is like 4th in the league with on base percentage, and he's a rookie. You got Stevenson hitting the ball good. Farmer, they found their shortstop. Everybody keeps saying they need to get a shortstop. They have a shortstop. Kyle Farmer is very capable of being their everyday shortstop. And he's proven that this season. Hell, he's even injured. Look, he's hitting, close to 300. I think he's hitting close to 300. Especially here the last week or so. He's been pounding the ball. And on defense, he has a good glove. He can make plays. He has range. With him and India in your middle infield, you got a pretty good fucking middle infield with Farmer and India. And then you have Suarez at third. You can always play Moustakas at third. If you keep him up after this season. But he's been out. I ain't even heard anything about him coming back. Hoffman came back. He pitched a little bit in relief last night. I haven't heard anything about Moustakas or Senzel. Aquino's been playing good. Akiyama plays real good defense, but he's been struggling hitting the ball. But I think a lot of that is he's more of a rhythm guy, and he can't get contact hitters like that are more on rhythm, and he can't get no rhythm because he's getting 2 or 3 at bats here. Then he might not play for 3-4 games, and then he gets thrown back up there to hit again. It's hard for contact hitters like that to get in the rhythm when they're not getting at bats. Not making excuses for them because, hey, you're in the big leagues, but it is hard to get. It's hard to get in the rhythm if you're not getting opportunities on a regular basis. If it's spotty here and there, it's just harder because you can't get in that rhythm. But no, I think the Reds have a team that can really compete in the playoffs. But I'd like to see them make it another move before the trade deadline on Friday. I think we're going to see quite a bit of moves before the trade deadline on Friday. I think the Cubs are going. I could see them getting rid of maybe Bryant, maybe Rizzo, which they're good players. Fuck, I'll take one of them if you can get them. Bryant can play about any position. I know you already got a first baseman, but I'm sure Rizzo can play some. Well, there ain't really a whole except the bat, man. Oh man, that bat. You got first base and the bat already. All right, don't forget we're live every Monday, Wednesday, Friday with GSR Gonzo'S Sports Room. That's our sports talk show. We're live every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. We're also live every Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch with Easy Money, a sports betting show. Go come check that show out. My picks for baseball went 4-1 yesterday. Put some more picks up today. You can find those on our social media accounts. I'll also give them out toward the end of this show. Or you can go check out Easy Money on our YouTube page and get the picks there. Also, you can find Easy Money and GSR in podcast form on Apple Podcast, Anchor Podcast, Spotify, Google Podcast, about anywhere where you get your podcast, you can find us. Follow us on social media. That way, you know when we're going live. You can just find out different news and stuff. Also, check out our YouTube page. A lot of good content on there. There's a story on there about me getting drunk and fighting in a cage. Go check that out. Hit that subscribe button on the YouTube, please. If you're watching on Facebook or Twitch, please hit that follow button. Also, we have merch available now. Go check out our merch store at streamlabs.com/merch or /Gonzo'S Sports /merch. Streamlabs.com/Gonzo'S Sports /merch. Or you can click on the link in the video description. It's also up at the top of your screen and going across the bottom of the screen into the ticker. But all right, we're going to take a short break and we're going to come back. Probably talk some Olympics, talk a little more NFL. Enjoy these clips for a couple minutes while we're on break, and I'll see you here in a few. Oh, that guillotine. Yeah. And once your arms get dead, dude, them punches look like they're in slow motion.
Yeah, it reminded me of that famous Chris Gonzalez fight at the fairgrounds.
Yeah. I got in there and fought a dude as big as Brandon. I weighed 123, supposed to be fighting 138. I've been drinking since like 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
I can't believe you did that, dude. I'd have did anything to see that. I'd have did anything to see it.
Well, they went and got me shorts and shit. I quit drinking, started drinking Coke. And we went upstairs, and I changed.
Started drinking Coke.
Oh, yeah. Although why I didn't drink water.
Just put a cigarette out.
We're upstairs in this room, and I'm getting warmed up. They said, okay, some music comes on, and it was him coming out, but I couldn't see him because there was a big fucking backboard from like a basketball goal when you walked out of that room. So they play my music, and I'm walking down the stairs, and I look up in the cage, dude.
Get Chris feel the floor shaking.
This motherfucker Brandon decides, so he's about 155, 160 pounds. Talking about he was 138. But I'm thinking, I'm walking to the cage. You know what I mean? Music's on, everybody's looking at me. I was like, well, I got to fight the motherfucker now or I'm going to look like a little bitch. So I get in there, dude. I had boxers on. They bring me a cup. I didn't have a jock strap or nothing. So me and my Uncle Steve, which is these two's dad, we went in the bathroom and we switched underwear. I took his underwear. He had some fucking whitey tighties.
Dad known for wearing the whitey tighties.
Hey, I put them motherfuckers on, put on the MMA shorts, shoved that cup in there. We're fighting, middle of the fight, the fucking cup falls out. Oh, I said, oh, that's mine. I put it back in. We started fighting again. Dude, I had no business being there. First round, I tried to take him down. We kept bouncing off the cage, and he got me down and had my back, and I was fucking like balled up, almost in the fucking fetal position. He elbowed me 3 times on my fucking ear. Hurt like a motherfucker. But I felt him go up again. I'm like, you're not doing that shit again. So I turned into him, got a single leg, and I got my hips under me. I picked him up, slammed him, got him in the rear neck and choke, and the fucking bell went off for the end of the first round. I was dead, dude. I rolled over, and I was laying there. And
Chris said, hand me a cigarette.
I need a cigarette right now.
Dude, like right,
it's over. Throw in the towel.
Yeah, like right here beside, on the other side of the cage was my Uncle Steve and this guy I worked with when I was working at the prison. And they threw me a bottle of water. I'm still laying there. I didn't even get up. I was like leaned over a little bit, got a drink of water, threw it back to him because that guy's coach was Steve Fritz. You two might not know him. I think Brandon might. He might be old enough to know him, but he was a wrestler for Southside. Well, he was running this like one of them MMA school things.
Yeah.
And he was this guy's coach, and he was telling that guy, he's a wrestler, stay away from him. So getting ready to start that second round, Steve goes, hey, he knows you're going to shoot, fake a shot and punch him. So I go fake a shot, get ready to punch. Next thing I know, here comes a fucking head kick.
Oh, shit.
Well, I catch the leg and take him down, but I end up in a triangle choke. And I couldn't fucking breathe, but I circled out of it, blasted this motherfucker right in the nose, and looked at the ref and said, I'm done. They rang the fucking bell. I got the last hit in, so I'm done. They rang the bell. I got the fuck out of there, dude. My buddy was waiting in the cage side, handing me a beer.
Handed him a beer,
dude, I was so fucking hot. So I went outside. This is like in November here in Indiana. It was cold as fuck. And I'm sitting outside in nothing but them fucking MMA shorts and a beer sitting beside me. I still felt like 100 degrees. Finally, I cooled off, went and changed, watched the rest of the. I was like the third, fourth fight of the night. There was still a bunch of fights to watch. So we watched all the fights. Hell, we ended up going to a bar. After that, I woke up next day. My neck was purple, my ear was purple. I couldn't hardly turn my head. It was fun, though.
Moral of the story, people, is Indiana MMA has come a long way, and I think Casey Kenny has proved that.
Casey Kenny's representing.
And also the other moral is don't get drunk and get in the fucking cage.
No.
3 and OT. Let's go. That sounded a little close for my liking.
Sounded like it hit a fucking pole or something too. Did we just catch gunshots live on the stream?
Hell yeah, we did.
From the mean streets of Muncie, Indiana, on a Friday night,
we hear about South Side.
We hear about 10 pop, 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 pop. Yes, that you heard right. It was some live gunshots on.
When it come down to it, I'ma bet on me. Ain't nobody fuck with me mentally. Talking that shit, you dead to me. Cause I ain't got time for my enemies. Told her come through, get ahead to me. Telling that truth, it'll
All right, welcome back to the show. GSR, Gonzo'S Sports Room. Wednesday, July 28th, 2021. We started off the show talking about Aaron Rodgers. From what they're saying, they plan to review his situation after the season. From talking, he seems like he's all in. He talks about how he loves his teammates, his coaches. He's happy to be there. He just didn't like the way they approached back in February, and didn't feel like he was in the Packers' plans for next year. So, and he wanted a little bit of. I think that rubbed him the wrong way. Because he wanted a little bit more say in it. Looks like they got it figured out, at least for this season. we'll see what happens. I mean, I would say he's all in because if he don't play good this year, then there's not going teams. They're going to start saying, "Oh, was he washed up, or is he just not trying?" And teams might not want to take a chance with him. Or if he comes out and plays real good like he did again last year, he's in a win-win situation. Either Green Bay's going to offer him a lot of money and another contract, or he's going to get traded somewhere and get a lot of money. So I mean, as long as he goes out and performs this season, he's going to be set after the season, one way or another. If you enjoyed those, enjoyed the clips that was on while we was on break, be sure to go check out our YouTube page at Gonzo'S Sports Room. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell so you get notifications when we go live. We'd appreciate it. Also, check out our merch store, streamlabs.com/Gonzo'S Sports /merch. We got some t-shirts on there, some hoodies, a couple hats. We have some more merch, new merch coming out here real soon. So keep your eye out for that. Make sure you follow us on social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all at Gonzo'S Sports Room. All right, let's move on and talk about the Olympics. Been a lot going on in the Olympics. The big story in the Olympics right now is Simone Biles. She dropped out of the women's gymnastic team finals yesterday. She done one vault. You could tell something wasn't right. She landed weird. Then she withdrew. It's not because she didn't withdraw because of injury. Withdrew for mental reasons, citing some mental health issues. You got a lot of people burying her, saying that she's soft and she quit on her country, quit on her team. And then you got people that are making her a hero because she put her mental health first instead of athletics, and she stood up for herself, which hey, everybody has their opinions and everybody has a right to their opinion. But there's no reason it's stupid to get on social media and just bash someone for when you have no clue what all they've been through or what's going on in their head at this time. But we also can't we also can't glorify her or make her a hero because she dropped out of the team competition because of mental health. We can't go around making everybody heroes that when they have a tough time in an athletic competition or in something else, and they have the going gets a little tough, and then they claim mental issues. We can't go around making all them heroes. That's not That's not the example we want to set for all of our youth. Now, I'm not saying she's soft. I'm not saying none of that. Hey, she's probably the best gymnast there's ever been, and she's having mental issues. She needs to get that taken care of. All I would say about it is, in my personal opinion, is if you're having mental issues, you knew that before the Olympics. Let somebody else have that spot. You stay home, work on your mental stuff, and then if you want to go to the next Olympics in 4 years or the World Championships, I think here in a year or two, that you have that option. But don't make that decision that even with my mental issues, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to the Olympics and I'm going to compete. And then when things aren't going the way you want them to go, then say you're having mental health issues and withdraw. That would be the only thing I would have rather seen was her if she would have withdrawn before the Olympics. That way somebody else could have got an opportunity. But all these people getting on mainstream media and on TV and on the radio, bashing her and putting her down and saying she's soft, and it don't make no sense. Are you guys? I mean, you hate your own life that much? You have to bash other people and jump on other people that have been successful. I mean, she's the best in the world at what she does. Period. even with what happened yesterday, she's still the best in the world at what she does. Would I like to see her keep competing and try to go for the gold? Yeah, but that's her decision. I'm not going to sit here and bash her because she made a decision that she wasn't mentally in it and couldn't do it yesterday. I mean, in a sport like that, I mean, one thing goes wrong, you can land the wrong way, you can be paralyzed. I mean, it's some dangerous shit. So I mean, I'm not putting nobody down. All I'm saying is I would have rather withdraw before the Olympics. That way you give somebody else an opportunity. Because when you wait until you have a couple of days like she had at the Olympics and you're struggling a little bit, and then you withdraw, then you're going to get all this hate from people that you're just withdrawing because you were struggling and things wasn't going your way and you're soft. And I think if she would have withdrew before the Olympics, some of that she wouldn't have got as much backlash as she's getting. Which, hey, if I'm her, turn the social media off. Don't listen to none of these idiots that are just trying to bash you to make a name for themselves. But hey, I hope she gets well and comes back and competes. I like watching her at the Olympics. I watched her at the last Olympics. Was looking forward to watching her at this Olympics. I watched her the first night in the team qualifications. Excuse me. And as soon as it came on, me and my girlfriend watching. I told her, I said, she don't look like she's mentally there. You could, I don't know. She's her facial expressions and stuff. It was just different. I didn't get to see the vault that she done before she withdrew in the team finals yesterday. But I guess she kind of, like, when she got in there, she got lost where she was at, and fuck, if that shit's happening, hey, that's dangerous as fuck. Like I said, I'd be the only thing, withdraw before the Olympics so you give somebody else an opportunity. But other than that, hey, keep doing what you're doing. Hopefully you can get your mental stuff fixed and you're back competing in gymnastics again. Because I mean, you're the best at it. Hell, we want to see. Everybody would like to see Simone Biles back competing either at the World Championships or hopefully at the Olympics in 4 years. But all right, let's move on to something else now. Xavier Howard requested a trade from the Dolphins. Said he'll be at training camp just so he doesn't get fined until he's traded. He was wanting to restructure a contract with the Dolphins, but I guess him and the Dolphins couldn't never come to an agreement. He's one of the best corners in the league, and he signed a deal a year or two ago, and he's outperformed that deal. So he's wanting a new deal. And the Dolphins aren't ready to give him a new deal for more money. So he made it publicly known that he's requested a trade, and that the only reason he's going to training camp is so he don't get fined $50,000 a day. So he's just going to show up there so he don't get fined until they trade him. Also, another thing that came out in the news was today was Deshaun Watson of the Houston Texans. He has no restrictions as of now. He'll be at Houston's training camp. I think he's still wanting out of Houston, but as of now, the league's not doing anything. I think the league's kind of going to wait and see what happens with the legal stuff with the police and everything, and then they'll come in and make their decision when they finish their investigation. But as of now, even with all the 22 charges against them, they're going to let him play. I mean, they're not putting him on no exemption list or any kind of suspension or anything as of now. So I know Houston's asking for a lot for him. We'll see if they end up trading him. They did come out and said they were willing to trade him, but now it's getting close to the start of the season. You got to see, is there any teams out there that are going to want to pull the trigger this late in the offseason? I think there will be. Hell, if you can get Deshaun Watson, you want Deshaun Watson. I mean, he's a playmaker. He's a winner. And I think there's quite a few teams that are going to be interested. I would say the Bears are probably back in the hunt. But maybe not since they got Fields. I could see maybe the Carolina Panthers getting in the hunt. So it'd be interesting to see what happens with Deshaun Watson. I could see him ending up in Carolina with Matt Rule, and that would be scary. But you get Deshaun Watson and Christian McCaffrey on the field together. You could have a scary offense, especially have a couple good weapons on the outside. All right, before we get out of here, I'm gonna give you guys my picks of the day that I gave out on Easy Money, a sports betting show. Check that out every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern Time on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Right here on this same channel at Gonzo'S Sports Room. Also, we're live every Monday, Wednesday, Friday with GSR Gonzo'S Sports Room at 1 p.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Check out our social media. I will be posting some stuff later tonight. We'll be live this Saturday for live reaction to the UFC Fight Night. I'll post some stuff about that later. I've already posted my picks of the day on our social media accounts. Plus, you can check out Easy Money, a sports betting show on YouTube. And if you jump on the YouTube page, please hit that subscribe button. But all right, my picks of the day, I like the Cardinals over the Indians, the Mets over the Braves, the Reds over the Cubs, the White Sox over the Royals, and the Marlins over the Orioles. That was the picks I gave out today. Yesterday, my picks went 4-1. Hopefully, you have another good day today. I'll be watching Reds and Cubs game tonight. I'm a big Reds fan. My girlfriend's a big Cubs fan, so it's always fun when they play each other. But I like the Reds tonight with Malley on the mound. I like the Marlins. Marlins won the series opener last night 7-3 over the Orioles. Marlins are on a 3-game winning streak, and their offense has been hot. They have 27 hits over the last 2 games. So I like the Marlins over the Orioles. The White Sox have Giolito on the mound. He has a 1.7 ERA over his last 3 starts, and he's pitched good against the Royals throughout his career. And Bubik's been pitching good too, and they've won. The Royals have won 6 of their last 7, so this should be another good game. But I do like the White Sox, and I like the Mets over the Braves. Mets have the better pitcher on the mound, and Fried for the Braves has a 6.55 ERA, and he's 1-1 against the Mets this season. I like the Mets in that game, and then I like the Cardinals over the Indians. Kim's been solid all season on the mound for the Cards, and the Indians they've been struggling. And Plesac has given up 8 home runs in his last 5 starts. So I think the Cards are going to jump on the Indians. I want to thank everybody for joining us. Don't forget, you can find GSR Gonzo'S Sports Room and Easy Money, a sports betting show, on Apple Podcasts, Anchor Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts. By anywhere where you get your podcasts, you can find us. Also, check out our merch store at streamlabs.com/Gonzalez Sports /merch. Check out our YouTube page at Gonzo'S Sports Room. Hit that subscribe button, please, and hit that bell so you get notifications when we go live. If you like the show, tell a friend about us. Help us get the word out there. Share our posts and stuff. Help us. We appreciate it. I think that's it. Hope everybody has a good Wednesday. I will see you tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. for Easy Money, a sports betting show. And then we'll see you Friday for both shows. Everybody have a good Wednesday. Peace.
Tell me that you gon' love me and never gon' hold me back. 'Cause I swear to God, the bitches who do that that shit to me whack. Who gon' treat me like I'm special then leave my ass in the past? Fuck, I got a little into it. Smoking all this weed got me feeling little intimate. You made me feel free, now it feels like I'm missing it. Everything I need, now I'm hearing reminiscence. Whoa, but now I'm rapping on that new. Tryna make her sad, feel the pain, call it voodoo. It's the host, but homie, tell me what would you do? Shorty looking bad, she a thought, well, who knew? Yeah, run away, run up to the moon. Baby, run away with a goon. I know that you're leaving soon, so baby, run away to the moon. Stoner thoughts buzzing up my brain, wondering if I'll make it or am I going insane? And then everybody, they tell me I should stay in my lane, but my best is yet to come, so I swear to God I'ma stay, yeah, baby.